I'm fascinated by my fellow human beings. From young people who will one day soon be taking over the lead roles in our society, to politically correct and corrupt self-serving politicians who are senselessly ruining the countries they are supposed to protect. I suppose that every generation looks back at what the emerging trends of the younger folk are and find much to criticize or tisk about. In this regard, my baby boomer generation is no different, except that this new world is not merely a head shaker for us older folk. Rather, it represents a major shift in what we've taken for granted for most of our lives, our liberties. Young people exposed to radical ideas during their formative years are unaware of what they're helping to destroy. The adults who should be guiding them are instead pushing them toward an absurd reconstruction of reality. Up is down, forwards is backwards. One must accept the absurd notion that there are more than two genders, that men can give birth, that history is better erased from our collective memories, and that science is not a debatable subject. What we have failed to learn in the last century, after World War II, showed us the evil lurking behind every concentration camp barbed wire fence. Where has the Nuremberg Code of willing participation and consent for medical procedures gone? Whatever happened to my body, my choice? Those who experienced these atrocities are no longer around to remind us of them. We depend on our history books to prevent a repetition of some of the more egregious mistakes made in the name of the collective good. Why are they being banned instead of taught? Why are statues being toppled and streets renamed? Where has our common sense gone? Our governments grow exponentially year after year, and like a hungry beast that is never satisfied, they continue to rob Peter to pay Paul, all the while expanding their inexcusable overreach to the detriment of the population. Why do these abuses continue to be tolerated? When low-information voters continue to prop up incompetent and corrupt leaders, what can the rest of us think or do? Time runs short. The message is clear. One has only to look and listen. The globalists are speaking out and working overtime to make it over the finish line, and they are almost there. We can still stop them, but the time to act is now. COVID gave them strength, and their weapon, fear, was a powerful one. We must resist the tyranny. We must stand up for our rights and freedoms. We must not be afraid. Let us be bold and rekindle the national pride that is Canada. To quote our war heroes, "To those from failing hands we throw the torch, be yours to hold it high. We can still right the ship. We can still recapture our God-given rights, but the time to act is now. We must play by their rules and bring the fight to them."